Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience and those tuning online through iHeartRadio as well as Amazon Music Podcasts. Glad you all could be with us as well. Well, technology continues to ramp up in so many ways, including, of course, when it comes to life on the road. Autonomous vehicle technology is advancing every day, with nearly every major auto manufacturer and tech company getting involved in the action. In fact, the first fully driverless ride-hauling vehicles are already beginning to appear on public streets in some cities. With the technology at our doorstep, though, you may be wondering, what does this mean for drivers today, especially in my home state of Mississippi, as well as for the future? We're here to talk to us a little bit about that. We're excited to welcome Joan-Woodward to our program. She is joining us with the Travelers Institute to talk to us about what we need to know about autonomous vehicles and, of course, the impact on all of us. Joan, thank you so much for the time today. Really appreciate it.
Sure. Thanks for having me.
So, Joan, this is an interesting topic. I mean, this is something we've been seeing, bits and pieces of on the news especially. I mean, what is the current situation when it comes to autonomous vehicles and its prevalence on the streets today?
Yeah, the AV industry really has grown significantly in recent years with countless startups and technology companies getting involved here. So the technology that exists today is pretty advanced. And, testing and rollouts are still in limited pockets around the country, but there are significant milestones ahead for all of us, including really important public policy conversations and, educating the public about what they can and can't do.
So to that point, then, I think one of the big issues that comes up for everyone when they hear about, driverless vehicles, Joan, is about safety. So what does it mean, then, when it comes to this technology and the way they're approaching roadway safety?
Yeah, we think that autonomous vehicles will ultimately benefit society greatly, really by reducing the number of crashes, injuries, and lives lost. And that's really a significant opportunity for all of us. Considering last year, more than 36,000 people died on our U.S. roads, which is nearly 100 deaths every single day. And those deaths really are attributable to human error. So 94% of all of our crashes are because of human error. So there's a real opportunity with this new AV technology to reduce that significantly. And those numbers have only worsened during COVID. Even though miles driven were down significantly, like 14% in 2020, dangerous new trends emerged where you had a lot of people speeding, and we had an increase in fatalities, especially during that third quarter on the roads last year.
Well, I think that's something to think about. I mean, it's interesting about, the correlation about it may actually help when it comes to reducing accidents. Joan, that's interesting information. I noticed when I was prepping for this segment, I visited travelers.com, and one of the things that you all have written about, even going back to 2018, I noticed, is, of course, the role that this plays even when it comes to auto insurance and what auto insurers should know when it comes to thinking about an AV world. Talk to us about that. I mean, what role do auto insurers play in the conversations that are taking place right now around AV?
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Back in 2018, we did write a position paper which really led the industry to thinking about how the insurance model would play with new AVs. And in fact, just today, we're releasing our new white paper on this. And this is a new position paper out that we'll be hosting a webinar this Wednesday, the 27th at 1 p.m. All of your viewers are invited to join. They're free and open to all the public. But insurance industry does have and should have a critical role to play with policymakers and regulators to really understand how the auto insurance structure, both personal and commercial lines. The commercial vehicles you see out there delivering all of our packages as we're staying at home, we're really well positioned to kind of continue to resolve those claims and provide that fair and timely compensation to crash victims as articles, they become more autonomous, but, the question is the manufacturer at fault or the insured, the customer, the driver at fault? And those Those decisions will be unique, and but the good news is you're going to have your check in your hand within a few days, as you do now. So there'll be no difference to the insured. It's just the insurance company will go back and try to figure out who is at fault.
It really goes to show how technology, of course, is kind of reaching us where we are, even on the road. Again, everyone, Joan Woodward of the Travelers Institute has been our guest, kind of catching us up on autonomous vehicle technology and its role for all of us, especially, of course, as we're looking at the future. Joan, you mentioned what's coming up. Where can our audience go to be able to stay connected and to get more information?
Yeah, it's the travelersinstitute.org website. So, again, travelersinstitute.org. Everyone's welcome to sign up and join us for all of our webinar series on these important topics. And we're thankful to have you talk about this because it's an important issue for society at large. So thank you again for the time.
Oh, look, I appreciate you stopping by. You're welcome back here anytime, Joan. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.